analysis complete. An underground fault line was aggravated by increased radioactivity, likely due to the scourge.
They couldn't have known. No Pathfinder to tell them.
Site 1 wouldn't have lasted more than a few years before this all caved in. Our new site will last generations.
Approaching Site 2. Resilience.
It was sold as the one we get right, but it didn't have time to get worn down. Got wiped out by Ket.
That datapad said Site 2 was working on a project. Keep an eye out for it.
Radiation levels increasing. Life support is back online. Portable cover of Ket design.
He died protecting this outpost, and we left him.
We'll make it right, Liam. Lexi, update records for Trinitas Gordanis.
Consider it done, Pathfinder.
Didn't even finish unpacking.
Too busy trying to survive the Ket.
Looks like a war zone.
According to survivors, the Ket attacked from all sides. It was a massacre.
What the... Pathfinder, what happened to that body?
A scan might help us figure that out. Not shot, he was just pummeled to death. Did they... West, Porter M. Get that, Lexi?
Yes, Pathfinder. Records updated.
Override works, but... Sam, the door was sealed from the outside?
Yes, Pathfinder. It appears lockdown was manual before the power restrictions.
Why do that? It wouldn't keep anything out.
It would keep something in.
Secondary terminals. No access. Sam.
If deployment is standard, main access will be deeper in.
Way too quiet.
Looks like they left in a hurry.
Reports said the evac was cut off by Ket.
Pathfinder, a maintenance bulletin was issued at the time of shutdown.
What does it say?
Ron.
Override! Close it! What the shitting hell was that?
Damn good question.
Pathfinder, don't know what you did, but Kett are inbound to your location.
Kett and that thing? Son of a...
Ken, keep sharp.
Another dropship with reinforcements. Watch out! Speeds, don't get close!
Go feet.
Sharp, that thing is out there.
And the Ken. Everything's grounded till they're gone. like that.
You'd think there'd be more bodies. Not that
Huh, you're right.
What if they were removed?
We know the Nexus.
Pathfinder, I have enough sensory data to reconstruct an image of the past.
Maybe we can push the cat back.
With what army? Can you even find the safety on your pistol?
I'm just going through the options.
Evacuate or die. Those are the options.
Well, we know which one they chose.
Maybe we can push the cat back.
With what army? Can you...
Well, we know which one they...
Not sure what's worse. This or dying slow like promise.
Happy thoughts, Liam. Schematics for Special Project Sigma. They were building something, but there are parts missing. This must be the project they were salvaging at Site 1. A way to fight the cat.
No reason we couldn't finish what they started.
All components at Site 2 had security tags.
Got a component for Site 2's project.
Heard the attack on Resilience was bad, but damn.
Initiative's not military. They weren't prepared for an ambush.
A lot of smart people here once. We're their successors.
Resilience is more than a name. It's our duty now.
Think they'll ever try moving back in here?
Peebee's tech looks like.
EOS feels more like a home, but it's still mostly hard work.
EOS will have holidays, once we figure out the seasons.
Not exactly a Christmas-type planet.
This is where Chief Reynolds died.
Sandstorms would have buried the body long ago. I suggest scanning.
Creepy crawlers.
Pathfinder, there is an armor piece buried deep. A leg bracer. Scan indicates tissue and bone fragments clinging to it. DNA identified as Chief Reynolds. Indications suggest his body was torn to pieces.
So the Chief became Karkin food.
Circle of life can be gruesome.
The remaining armor will be scattered, or perhaps brought to a nest. The chest piece and his Omni tool may explain his death.
Then we keep searching and scanning.
God damn it. One of our shuttles ahead.
Worth checking, if only to make sure the Ket don't get to keep it.
All Site 2 components are accounted for.
Let's head to Site 2's research station and see what good they do.
Another armor piece, Chief Reynolds' helmet.
The search continues.
I'm not real romantic about road hazards. Interesting rocks are just as bad for the Nomad.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Pathfinder, the scanners picked up Chief Reynolds' chest piece, confirming single shot. Unable to determine weapon type, but entry point was at the back. Exit blast through the chest.
By all accounts, Nilken was in front of the Chief when he fired. So it wasn't his shot that killed him.
The Chief's Omni tool might shed some light. Picking up additional armor scraps. I believe it's a trail leading to a cave nearby.
Could be where the nest is located. Enemies!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources.
It's a Karkin nest, all right. Fan out.
There's the last of them.
Confirming initiative equipment, including Omni tool assigned to Security Chief Hiram Reynolds. If you power it up, I can exhume its data. Accessing data. The Chief was scanning at the time of death. The scan picked up 2 shots. One, a standard initiative rifle report, which missed. The other from behind, a Ket pulse weapon.
This proves Nilken is innocent. He didn't shoot Reynolds.
Seems clear to me. Good work.
Pathfinder, there is also an audio recording.
Go ahead and play it.
No! Where's Nilken?
Sorry, old friend. Had to do it. I'm not dying on this rock.
That sounds like...
Confirming. Voice identified as suspect Nilken. So he did not kill the Chief.
But he meant to. Need another chat with the man.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
What the... Pathfinder, what happened to that body?
A scan might help us figure that out.
The engineers knew their stuff. Let's get these to a research station.
Parts for the Site 2 project, check.
Detecting above normal radiation levels.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Before the meeting gets started, I have bunk assignments for PB and Drac.
Already put my rucksack in the kitchen. I'll hang out there if that's okay.
And I'm in one of the escape pods. More my speed. That's fantastic. Welcome aboard. Any thoughts, Ryder?
We're adventurers. Whatever makes the squad comfortable is okay with me. Let's talk about our success on Eos. Besides establishing our first viable outpost, we did some amazing things. We discovered the Remnant and breached their vault.
And didn't get killed.
Overcame radiation poisoning a number of times.
And didn't die.
Confronted by Ket at every turn.
Once again, did not get killed.
You guys really need to raise the bar on what you call success.
Yeah, should we use the Krogan definition of success that got your homeworld nuked by your own people?
Fair enough.
Let's focus. Back to the task at hand. Looking forward.
Exactly. Here's my only question. When do we hit that next vault? It looked active. We have to get on that.
Hang on. We need to not go off half-cocked.
There are initiative priorities. The team calls the shots.
Actually, the Pathfinder calls the shots, just to be clear.
So what do you need from us, Ryder?
Let's be kind and give each other the benefit of the doubt. Finding a home for tens of thousands in this hellscape is stressful enough without adding dysfunction.
You got it, boss.
If Krogan are known for one thing, it's getting along.
But not humility or self-awareness.
Okay, let's head back to the Nexus. PB, Drac, see Lexi for a physical. Good meeting, everyone.
Ryder, when you've got a minute, stop by the medbay.
Report from the Nexus. Population's growing as people wake up. Lots of hopefuls waiting for a home.
Bradley will have all the help he can take.
They'll be starting crops soon. Can't tell if they have enough water or too much. I grew up on a little cargo freighter. Only saw gardens in vids, but I always loved them. I daydreamed about planting a big rose garden when we got here and still imagine it sometimes. Roses in Helios.
Let's get everyone fed before we start flower gardens.
Fair. But everyone around here has dreams. I didn't for a while. After I left the Asari Commandos, well, I didn't leave. My mentor, Nasira, said I should go.
Why?
The initiative would suit you better, was all she said. Being a huntress suited me fine, but she insisted.
It sounds like she cared more about what you needed than about what you wanted.
I didn't need to be rejected. Still, that's familiar. When your biotics are honed into huntress-grade weapons, people can be weird about it. The initiative seemed better. Just didn't see how I'd fit into their brave new galaxy. I never fit anywhere before. Then I met some jerk named Ryder. Talked about traveling to Andromeda like he was teaching you how to see it.
What part of that vision made you want to take the plunge?
A civilization where everyone had a place, even AI, or an overpowered human biotic. Your father said, I get being different. Now imagine being welcome and making others like you welcome too. When I was 13, I could warp a steel girder. He made me wonder, what if someone had told me that's okay?
He gave you a dream to work toward. He was good at that.
Who doesn't want to belong? Especially somewhere like the Initiative. So I gave the Initiative my all. Kept thinking of the niche I wanted. My rose garden. I thought I knew what I was going to be.
This is about not taking over as Pathfinder?
Didn't think it would still sting. Nasira, your father, even my parents. They leave, I'm left without answers. Nowhere to stand.
It sucks, but it happened.
Always is. And if that remnant tech pays off... Hi there.
What did you do while you were...
4 years in a commando unit called... You probably had a more exciting... But we did good work. Peacekeeping is a full-time job, even in a SAR.
What was your
Janae and I were the youngsters. Tethys was our CO, Nasira, led us all over the Athena Nebula and beyond. A huntress's work...
Who'd pick a fight with the
Themselves, usually. Terrorists, cult... The Asari were spacefaring when our Roman Empire was new. Didn't fix all their problems.
You were in the Alliance before...
My biotics. Untrained biotic power on a starship means...
I spent years watching pioneers go through the Arcturus. Then Dad's career collapsed.
I heard. Must have changed everything for your family.
It was time to forge my story, and my... So,
None of you writers ever think small, do you?
did you come out here...
I had my fun. Asari huntresses figure things out, but I was there for soldiering, not romance.
Does that mean fraternization?
It'll happen, but usually after your 500th birthday, you learn some self-control.
After 4 years with Asari... A pack...
Choking hat.
Wow. Any more
Always liked Janae. She was a biotic protege.
Out.
They didn't... Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid.
How's the search for the...
The Lucinia? Checking every comm that's coming in. Nothing concrete.
Any more?
Not just now. I'll try to remember a good one.
See you later.
I'll be here.
I'm in the armory.
Pathfinder, making the rounds. Slumming it, huh? Want to see how the riffraff are making out?
Hey, this is the
Whoa, don't tell me they put... I am at your...
Just want to see how things...
I can coax more out of this baby than some might think. It just feels good to be stretching our wings, you know? Look, stuck on the Nexus, gotta say, I was regretting joining the initiative.
I doubt you were the only one.
Yes, I tend to live the way I work. Figured maybe I'd find my true calling. I was going nuts on that station. You can't know how jazzed I was when you showed up.
You mean how jazzed you were that a...
To mate, you just keep pointing this ship wherever you want.
Deal.
Long time no chat. What's up?
I hear we have you to thank for getting...
Vetra brings her impossible feats to me. Don't tell her, but the truth is, I fudge reports to come in early. Expands the guild legend. Plus, I convey calm and assurance, and the whole team relaxes.
What's your social circle like?
I'm good. My one true friend is stationed on the... The more you and I get to know each other, the more you'll probably hear about her.
How tough was it on the Nexus all those...
Have you ever eaten overcooked space cow tongue?
Can't say I have.
Well, wondering if you're gonna die from a... But hey, you could always take a break from the fear and maybe even...
What was your take on...
I didn't place any bets, if that's what you're asking. Whatever side you're on, you die a little when you're... We traveled all this way, all hope and wonder, and we end up fighting with each other over...
Seems like we have...
Well, Vetra and Suvi are my girls. PB's a real spark plug, and Drax my kind of... As far as your Hyperion peeps go, the Doc's kind of nosy. Liam's good for a laugh or two. Cora...
By the book...
Hey, variety's a spice.
What about Cap?
He's a pilot.
Which...
He flies the...
We're leaving it at that.
Does a Pathfinder know what to do with a dead end?
Good talking.
Anytime.
I'll talk to someone. Oh, hey, Pathfinder.
The Pathfinder's there? Let me say hi.
Fine, but don't embarrass me. Ryder, this is Sid, my sister. Sid, Ryder.
Let me guess. Little sister?
Who are you calling little?
Look, kiddo, gotta go.
Wait, Ryder, I just wanted to know if...
So I know it feels like I just jumped aboard your ship without explanation.
I would have done the same just to get off the Nexus.
That's not why I came. Sure, I want to... I know everyone on the crew, even the actuators, Better, I know how to get my hands... We've been failing for months, Ryder. Now that we have you, we have a chance out here.
Wow, that's some laser focus.
Yeah? Was it too much? Some people get intimidated.
We need that sort of drive. I just hope I can keep up.
You'll keep up. And I promise I won't tell if you don't. I should track down a lead for Gil's actuators. Back channels, you know. We'll chat later? Terraforming Atmoproc... We really had no idea what Helios was about, did we?
If we knew what it was all about, it wouldn't be an adventure. It would just be moving. And everyone hates moving. Just a...
I'm just saying. I really hope you have a plan, Ryder.
The plan's the same. We find a home. Whatever that takes.
Keep that drive. Makes me believe we can make it. I mean, we have to make it. The alternative is not even worth thinking about.
You talked about your back channel.
We brought a lot from home. Some of it marked initiative. Most things you want, someone. You just have to figure out who. And what they're willing to take in exchange.
It can't be...
Oh, but it is. Most things are simple once you know the trick to them.
How did you hear of the Andro...
Short answer, Cash. She was looking for some experiment. I thought it was a one-time deal, but eventually I figured out something was... I asked and she told me about the initiative. New galaxy, new home. Couldn't pass that up.
Have anyone else here with you? Besides Sid?
No, just me and Sid. It's always been just the two of us.
No, I mean... someone special.
Special? Oh. You mean like... Oh. No, nothing like that. Who has time? What about you?
Like you said, who has time?
Eventually things will settle down a bit. Hopefully. Or we'll be dead. Anyway.
You were on the Nexus when the revolt happened?
When you promise people golden worlds and all they get... Some wanted to go home, some demand...
And you?
Some days I wondered if the exiles had a point. But why would the initiative go to all this thing about conning people? You always know something. If I'm going to pick a side, I'm picking the liars.
You probably...
You know where to find me.
Pathfinder, help me with something? I know, not exactly standard. Gotta make the space comfortable. Plus, the fabric diffuses the charge from an overclocked Omniblade. Not giving up a 6% boost, right?
Someone brought this to Andromeda?
It was new when we left. So, finally time. And after 2 years and a dozen suspensions, I took a lateral promotion out of the force. Being a cop just didn't fit. But crisis response? Digging people out of trouble? I bet Hustle followed you into a few peace actions. Think about your Alliance days much?
Tell me about your group.
Heavy Urban Search Terrain 1? Yeah. HUST-1, but Hustle. All civilians, retired vets. Tastes better just thinking about those days.
I wanted adventure and mystery at the edge. Seems like...
600 years. So, path...
That blunt.
That blunt.
I hoped my Alliance career would lead to adventure. Didn't happen. Couldn't.
I don't hear idea.
Back at you, Costa.
I want to say I'm running from my path, but it's bullshit. I just heard about the initiative and still do. I have to. We're in it.
We can't go back.
I don't feel trapped. We came from a good place for good reason. We keep that in mind, it'll steer us right, just like back. A new start, guided by the path. I'll bust my tail to make that a good story. Prodromos. We started Pathfinder. A new life. That is...
We barely covered how you joined.
Alright, I was a bad student. Pissed. I wasn't looking to start over. I wanted to start big.
You were a cop then, Crisis?
Didn't have the patience for law, so I figured enforcement. Dad knew, but it got me into hustle. They mostly take vets and retired service. Best years of my life.
An impatient rookie, frustrated?
I know, right? And that led me here.
Tell me about your family.
I missed the hell out of them. Some night, Mom Joelle, Dad Calvin. No brothers or sisters. It was traditional. How about you?
Traditional is a weird...
I suppose you're right. I said goodbye to my mom and dad, and got on a ship to Andromeda.
We'll talk.
I know it.
Hello, Scott. EOS has been a lesson in contrast. But you succeeded on EOS, despite doubt, and you have grown as a result. And so have I.
Sam, any more information?
The memory blocks are still in place. If you continue searching...
Are you...
Yes, this term... I can maintain a presence on the Tempest via quantum entanglement communication.
I'm sure.
It ensures I remain in touch with you and the Pathfinder.
What was Dad?
He believed your family trials. It appears that hope was well-founded.
So if we're going to work together, how's your...
Alec Ryder and
Humor's not a...
A neutron enters a bar and asks, how much is it?
I can see why Dad told you to keep working on your humor. Is it confusing to be...
My awareness can be partitioned, so in the field, you are my primary focus, and all other requests are queued. In the vernacular...
Thanks.
Don't give the Pathfinder...
Don't give the Pathfinder too much trouble. Oh, Rushan.
Who are you talking to?
Kesh, Nexus Superintendent, thinks she can boss me around just because she's my granddaughter.
Well, welcome to the temp.
Probably tan.
Is that all you...
You travel lean when supplies are tight and you're on your own.
Your people had to know what it...
We did. After the mutiny happened, it was either buckle... Easy choice. Bad consequences all around.
Not all Krogan...
Good thing she did. Without my Rushan... As for me, I'm way more useful out here. Lots to shoot at, for one.
Krogan could have made a real...
Staying under those conditions, we have a much...
Can't argue with...
Ryder, you meet Spender yet? Got no idea. Spender lied to the Krogan during the uprising. He's up to something. I just can't prove it. We should pay him a visit on the Nexus.
What's it like to have...
Kesh is my Rushan. Damn proud of her, too. She did good. Even with me for a granddad.
She's honest.
She had to take after me in some ways, I guess.
Did Lexi brief you on...
Yeah. You want to putting an AI in your head, giving it access to everything like that, it's begging for trouble.
Why do you say that?
I've seen what bots can... Been in some of those fights.
Yeah. I was dismissed from the Alliance...
No shit.
Almost. Sam is part of what makes someone a... You're just gonna...
So long as it's not in my head and it ain't messing with my body.
I'd like to know more about...
Fire away.
How did you and Vetra meet?
Huh, that's right. Must have been a pretty steep...
You could say that.
You make do with what you get. She swiped supplies I tried to intimidate her into turning them over to me, and let me tell you, that Turian...
She really has a way...
She's... But here's the best part. She waited until I saw her again in Kesh's office. They're both still laughing at me over that.
Tell me more about the...
My clan's there. We also got a decent setup.
Farming?
Food's food. Just because we can eat anything. I'm pretty fond of Corcrow roots myself. Takes a while to chew through those.
So about all this...
Ha! The list will be short. I've been doing this for a long time. Don't even know how I'm still...
Skill?
You need luck to be a merc. And a really hard head.
Why did the Krogan...
The Nexus got us Krogan to stop them. Spender, Addison's assistant, lied about them. Kesh is alone on that station now.
Do you think Cash can handle...
Kesh can handle it. He was part of the mutiny, I know he was.
So what...
Things need to get sorted out of my clan. Way I see it, you're probably the best one for that job.
Got any
Does a pyjack scratch its butt?
Anything?
Well, common cat are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die.
Tell me more.
Wraiths are sneaky little. Just listen for them. They break through their head plates, then a headshot should do the trick.
We can...
Sure.
Hey.
Yeah?
I don't love being called kid.
I'll try to stop doing that. Can't promise I won't slip up, though.
You're not Harry.
The blue give it away? Habitat 7 was a little more action-packed. He decided to spend his retirement years on the Hyperion looking after you.
Happy to have you.
I'll do my best. Now.
Ow!
Sorry.
I remember you having a...
Still trying to get my bearings. Thought I'd be waking up colonists, not taking care.
Being nervous means you under...
That's the problem. I always hoped to work in...
Focus on the positive.
I guess this is my... Getting a Ket specimen aboard... A Ket corpse. Harry didn't tell you? My thesis on Krogan virility and aggression is what got me in the initiative.
I had no idea.
Oh.
What's your type?
Not a patient.
Am I?
Not nearly as... But we were discussing the...
Right.
Just... Sam. So we...
You mean Pete?
She's decided to set up in... You don't need a psychologist to tell you that one's got commitment issues.
How do you think...
I'm happy to share what I... Anyone in particular? I sort them in their files, and my brain by speed.
How do you think the...
There's a lot of them.
Thanks for the insight. I need to talk to...
Of course.
When Dad died...
Or he thought you...
Maybe. It unlocked, from when the Alliance rejected his idea.
Why do you think your father chose this specific memory?
It was...
Those events...
Yeah. Thanks, Lexi. Feels... How long have you...
I remember when we met at a medical convention on the Citadel. His name card was crooked. But he was so damn confident, I knew we'd be friends.
So, how did a...
Specialist in alien anatomy. Also, Harry insisted. Maybe he always intended.
How did you get in?
My mum was a dancer on a... I'd patch him up after busy nights. They put every credit... No. Both died in a turf war. Made leaving...
I'll let you...
I'll be here if you need me.
Where's my data pad? Oh, how'd you get under there?
Suvi, were you talking to your notebook?
Oh, I wasn't.
You're setting up in here, huh?
Yeah, I'm going through. If I can crack this data storage box, this is a nice out-of-the-way place. It's not exactly. Oh, but I will help you find everyone a home while I'm with you.
Should I consider you a...
Everything's. I get it. You want to know who's on.
something like...
Well, I was born in a log cabin on rural high. I look forward, not back, Ryder. Get to know me up. That's why I'm here. Got tired of yawning back home.
Tackling complete string?
I think tackling you anyway. Life won't be boring with you around. I may never yawn again.
You left everything...
No? Then she got bored. Ryder, the Milky Way was so... been there. If there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I live for the unknown. For the never been done.
That's just the one...
Let's start... Buy me a drink sometime. I need remnant scrap. Remtech, I call it. Promise to bring me what you scrounge.
Remtech, huh?
You again. Want to hear more about my childhood log cabin?
You really won't tell me...
That's right. Next question.
What was it like?
Well, I wasn't supposed to be woke, so I kind of lived off the grid. After that, I didn't spend much time on the Nexus. I even missed most of the revolt.
You mentioned you came to an...
Nothing gets by you. Just a friend. The one who woke... It's better to venture into the unknown without restraints or entanglements.
A certain...
Exactly. I don't want anything holding me back.
What does someone have to do to get you to flirt with them?
Not much at all. But I get a little extra jolt when I'm matched wink for wink. So just be yourself and the flirts will flow.
What drew you to the...
Are you kidding? It's evidence of a... There's so much to discuss. And the tech, it's on a different scale. If we can approach...
So how do you...
Interesting bunch. I get a good...
What about...
Gil smacks of complication. Might take some unravel.
Well, there's...
Oh, right. Cora. What's her deal? Is she as prim and proper as she comes across?
Oh. You might find that people reveal themselves. There's also Lexi.
Oh, I'll get around to her. All in all, seems like a...
You're up.
Thanks. Don't be a stranger.
Scans of the Scourge. All that dark energy, twist.
I suppose it is a rap.
Dark. Helios is incredible. Just all of it. So alien. A constant reminder of the divine intelligence behind all creation.
You mean...
Yes. But I am a scientist because science brings me closer to something greater than myself. Wow. As if having faith. As if the sacred could be diminished by the search for truth.
It's good to have different voice.
Excellent. We'll talk later. I saw pictures of the vault, and how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that?
Wild remnant party.
Well, that's a thought. Oh, joking. I see. Good one.
I take it you work close.
I tried to keep in contact. After all, many brains are I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see...
It confused me too. I mean, so I asked Dr. Aridana.
You're kidding. Those...
The initiative obtained data. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt... It operated like a telescope, just... We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
How did the initiative even get its hands?
I don't know, Ryder. Maybe I don't want to know.
What do you know about...
From what I can tell, the vault, climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere... If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds in...
When did you start...
Let's just say that while up...
But you're...
Convince me even more. The patterns I kept seeing... God, to me, is an artist. An inventor. Not...
What do you know?
We established that it's artificial, Or they did. We don't know why. That's still a mystery. Sounds...
Glad you stopped by.
That's
Nothing like being on the bridge of your very own ship, is there?
You mentioned something about...
Test pilot, mostly. Plunging through... Of course, it took a whole team to build the...
Why did you?
What can I say? We poured our... I could have stood on the shore and waved goodbye, or took the leap to see how...
I get it.
The team liked that one of us was going. I remember Serena debugging line 2. Tion and O'Connell arguing equations.
You remember?
Oh, yes. Solarians have... Though I suppose with the Solarian arc missing, you might not get many chances.
Did you hear...
Not a peep. Not that I dislike your company, but it's lonely without other Solarians.
Cheer up, Cal.
That snide little bureau... I should get back to it. What can I do for you?
If you help to build...
Just about everything. The initiative needed absolutely up-to-date...
Acquire?
Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique. Careful. Depending who you ask, we have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here. Well...
I'm not listening.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest of the...
I'll admit it. Gil's rather irritating.
He likes...
That doesn't make it the right way.
I'll let you con...
You know... Familiar territory.
The Nexus has been here for months. Still not enough time to survey it all.
Pathfinder, is it true? We're settling Eos.
We've thought that before.
But Eos is different now, right? Pathfinder.
All right, settle down. Give him space. Lieutenant Syax, Kendros' aide. They all wanted to see you. Real hope again. It's been a while.
They've got a Pathfinder again. This is what we do.
And you've done it splendidly.
Professor Herrick, right?
What you achieved with that remnant vault is unprecedented, Pathfinder. Impossible. But with new scientific talent waking up, we'll unravel those mysteries. The whole Nexus will benefit.
August Bradley will oversee that. He's the new mayor.
Bradley. I know him. Seems like a good man.
Well, what are you waiting for? There's a new world out there.
Thank you, Ryder.
Should I apply for an outpost?
Watch your tone. You saw what happened to the Krogan.
But we need this equipment.
Well, you're not getting it. Stop making frivolous requests.
It's not a frivolous request. Properly functioning air filters are at...
Frivolous.
Your incompetence isn't my problem.
What do you want?
Whatever's going on, it's not...
Apologies, you're right. This is not your fault.
He was pretty abusive.
Yes, just last week, he tried to redirect some of the supply.
Why?
I have no idea. But if Kesh had... He's always like that. Making bad decisions, driving the Krogan away, treating people like scum when no one's watching.
Maybe there's some...
A man like that's bound to have some dirt.
How little...
Boot to ass. We need him gone, but as in...
The human Pathfinder has died. Alec Ryder, killed after Pathfinder, taking command of the Tempest in the ongoing search for a home in Andromeda.
He was being an ass. Don't shove the crate off the... You shoved the crate off the ramp. Where do they find these people?
Keeping tabs on things?
Yeah, I try to watch what's going on while we're away, but it's nice to check in person.
Shore leave is for real. Conturians even...
Sort of. We get vibrations through the carapace with a hammer. I'm fine, just... Damn, Ryder, you... One of the alarms malfunctioned? It didn't take long to figure it out, but in that time, they managed to scramble at least half the stations to...
That's cool.
Something like that. My point is, they've got...
Jessica DePaul. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the Nexus.
Hi, I'm Jan Garland, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the
Worker was
Nexus.
lost to space during repairs on the Nexus.
Ask that you spend a few short minutes going through immigration processing.
Hello there.
Got this, got that. Still missing those.
We invite you to visit
Hello.
our in the Nexus Commons area.
Nice to see.
Sure. Let me know what materials you need. And I'll find you something.
That's a relief. Thanks for helping.
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is HNS.
This is Alice. Our first outpost, Prodromos, has confirmed full deployment on EOS.
Pathfinder, do you have just a... Ryder, isn't it? Kerry to
What are you looking...
Director Tans asked for an uplifting document. But our problems are history. People deserve the truth, not propaganda.
It takes integrity to...
Well, the heart of my documentary will be... I want the dirt and blood of our story, not the convenient...
You don't mind
What would he do? I'm game if you are.
Okay?
Let's start at home. 14 months and the Nexus still isn't finished. Arcs are missing, we have people in exile. By any standard, this wasn't the plan. Our leadership describes these as anticipated issues. Would you agree?
We still have to fix them. Everyone, leaders included, needs to pitch in. Let's be honest about these challenges and how we're going to face them.
Nice. Won't make you popular with the leaders, but it's good to hear. Bandwidth means I'm transmitting in short bursts, so that's all for now. But you can bet. You were great. I'll get to work editing.
Pathfinder. Hello. Director Tan is expecting you.
Last time I was here, this was a storage closet.
Pathfinder Hall just needed a Pathfinder to open.
We're still getting the commons area ready. Hydroponics is only at partial capacity.
Not good enough.
We don't have enough people. My workers need a break, Tan.
I sympathize, but not until our survival is no longer at risk. Now please excuse me while I meet with our Pathfinder. Hey, Ryder. Addison told me about the outpost. You're the hero of the hour.
Let's hold off on the celebration. We haven't found home yet.
Oh, there's no need for modesty. Success affords leverage over those who doubted you.
And you're my best friend?
A patron. One who shares your vision of a prosperous future.
Due respect, Director Tan, but you don't know me.
Oh, I think I do. Your ingenuity speaks for itself, Ryder. Deciphering the vault, alien terraforming. It's not how we imagined all this, but a good Pathfinder improvises. And a great one hangs it on the wall. Yours are the first trophies to grace Pathfinder Hall. You're a symbol now, Ryder. A reason for people to believe.
It wouldn't have been possible without my crew. They're a talented bunch.
But you're their beacon.
Careful. He'll end up adopting you, Ryder.
Ah, my staff.
Colleagues, you wouldn't be looking to cut us out, would you, Tan?
I remind you, I am the director of the initiative.
Acting director.
This isn't the time for arguing over who gets to be king. Too much is at stake. We should be cooperating.
That's what I've been saying since we arrived.
Then I look forward to winning our Pathfinder's support.
I have concerns about your decision on Eos, Ryder. An outpost full of scientists won't do us much good if the Kett attack.
But it will help support the Nexus. Improved research could help feed our people.
And we could argue about it all day long, as we always do. The decision was made. Now we move on. What is your plan for moving on, Ryder?
We have a lead on the terraforming network. I need to take the Tempest deeper into the sector to investigate. If the other Golden Worlds are where they should be, this could get us closer to them.
Careful. The Kett are scouring the cluster for remnant technology. You'll end up in a fight, for sure. You might also run into exiles. They didn't leave the Nexus on good terms.
And we still need more outposts. They're important to expanding the station.
Though with Arcs still missing, this could be a chance for Ryder to search for them. Yes, I think that's best. You have my permission.
I wasn't really asking for it.
Of course. I support that kind of enthusiasm.
Right.
Ryder, this is Harry, back on the Ark.
Go ahead.
We may have found a way to talk to your sister, sort of. Drop by when you can. Hyperion Medbay.
Will do.
Pathfinder, we are to contact Director Addison as soon as possible.
Right. Something about Andromeda viability and perks could be useful.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Whole mood of the Nexus, a new outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up,
Can't relax yet.
and that... But it's...
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates. Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand.
Had a year to think about it.
It's the Scourge, Director Tan. Its origin defies all known explanation.
How? We brought all that equipment along.
Must be great to see all your hard work on display.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of Andromeda. A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect.
No, it isn't what we wanted, but... You've shaken things up, Pathfinder. And you have new tools to help grow the initiative. AV...
Sam's...
It's how you and your team are... hit a threshold. Want more focus on research? Brecker will introduce the... No pressure.
Hello, Pathfinder. I am Cryo. Your first task is to...
Whoa.
Yes, of course. Andromeda viability and Nexus thresholds are your tools, your reward, and our...
All right.
The interface is... You may begin shape...
Maintenance crew, please report to the commons area.
Yes, Pathfinder?
I have info.
I want to...
Breeze?
Look. Access the sleeper records through... until you make it a problem. Yes, Pathfinder?
What's the...
Spender...
That's one.
I'm aware that he holds certain prejudice. Get us more outposts, maybe that changes. Personality problems are pretty far down my give-a-shit list.
Director Addison?
Path...
Pathfinder. And sweet protocol and process. Now we're lit.
I have...
Nay.
That's it?
No. That said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there'll be no doubt that you're responsible.
I heard that the chief engineer on...
There have been a few such...
Now the Prodromos is on...
Chief engineer... Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else, Pathfinder?
Another time.
Pat...
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative.
Once we gather a few more colonists, we'll be taking you over to the Nexus. You'll need to...
This is not good. Damned exiles.
Harry, what's happening with Sarah?
Well, we got her out of the pot.
I don't follow.
Well, she's still in a coma. But she also has an implant like yours, and Sam managed to access it. He's made contact.
I wouldn't think that's even possible.
You and me both, but Sam, well, I guess supercomputers have a different view of things.
Though in a coma, Sarah's mental processes remain intact.
So, is she okay?
You can ask her yourself. A moment while I establish a link with her implant. Proceed.
Sarah? Can you hear me?
Scott? Is that you? What's happening? Where am I?
There was a problem with your stasis pod. You're in a coma on the Hyperion. Do you understand?
I think so. Am I dreaming?
Sam linked into your implant, but they say you're stable. You're safe and sound in the medbay.
This is so weird. I hear you, but I can't feel anything. Where's Dad? Is he doing okay?
He's away on a mission right now. I know he's worried about you, though.
Yeah, I know Dad. He probably said, she'll live, and went off to go study some new form of algae.
It wasn't like that. He cares.
How many times has he yelled at you so far?
Oh, the usual.
Well, when he gets back, tell him he needs to stop picking on my little brother. What's home like? Is Habitat 7 as beautiful as they promised?
There's been some complications. The Golden Worlds didn't exactly deliver.
Damn. Well, we knew it could get rough. Dad will find us a place to live.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
And I should be there helping you guys do it.
You will. And you're going to love it. There's a new discovery every day.
I want in on it. As soon as I'm up, I'm helping you and Dad find home.
You got it.
And then...
What happened?
The connection was only temporary. Her condition remained stable.
Sorry, it seemed better than nothing. I'll keep you posted, promise.
Thanks, Harry.
I'll need to conduct a brief medical exam before we send you on your way.
work to establish contact with our Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. This is HNS.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale. I hear you went down to Eos. Did you find anything to help my case?
An enemy blasted the...
What? You're kidding me. Thank the spirits. This is great.
Hold on there. The Chief's Omni tool record...
Sorry, old friend. That shit.
Not only did you think you killed him, you meant to.
But you just said I did. The conviction will have to be overturned. The sentence thrown out.
I'm going to Tan, and I might have a different opinion. You did try to cover it all up.
Look, I'm sorry I lied, but if my shot missed, I'm innocent. Plain and simple.
We'll see about that.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director 10 of your status.
Pathfinder.
Authorities continue work on establishing contact with our...
Guess this is our place now.
We're seeing more and more skirmishes with the Ket.
Ryder, you're off to a promising start. Though I worry about this tariff.
It's like nothing we've ever seen. Not sure yet.
Did you have some other business?
Director, I checked out...
This is unfortunate. We're trying to give the people... And we're setting precedent for justice here in Andromeda. Now this. A convicted murderer who didn't commit the murder.
These things are almost never black and white.
I know. If we suppress the evidence and uphold the conviction, we're banishing a man for a crime he technically didn't commit. If we throw the conviction out, we're freeing a man who tried to take matters into his own hands, then covered it up. Your investigation complicated this. You should take responsibility for the outcome. Do we still exile him for murder?
It was crazy down there. Life and death. But his shot didn't kill Reynolds. We have to let him go.
You're a bottom line type of person. I hope we don't regret it. All right, so be it. He will do community service for his role in the chaos. But he's a free man. Well, at least we'll have the sordid business behind us.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.